बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। आप देख रहे हैं ICA TV कैनेडा और मैं हूं शोएब नासिर। आज है 8 मार्च 2025। आज दुनिया भर में ख़वातीन का आलमी दिन मनाया जा रहा है। इस इंटरनेशनल वीमेन डे को सेलिब्रेट करने के लिए यहाँ पर माल्टन की जो वीमेन एसोसिएशन है उसने एक बहुत अच्छी तकरीब मुनक्किद की है। बेशुमार ख़वातीन मर्द लोग यहाँ आए हैं और यहाँ जो आज होने जा रहा है वो हम आपको दिखाएंगे। बहुत सारे हंगामे हैं, बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं और बेशुमार ख़वातीन यहाँ पर आज आई हैं और जिस अंदाज में इसको सेलिब्रेट किया जा रहा है ये यकीनन मर्दों ने इनके साथ इजहार यकजहती के तौर पर ये बताने के लिए कि हम सब आपके साथ हैं। ख़वातीन को एम्पावरमेंट करने के लिए हम सब यहाँ जमा हुए हैं और ICA TV कैनेडा आपको ये तमाम चीज़ें इंशाल्लाह पहुँचाएगा। हमें उम्मीद है कि आपको ये पसंद आएंगी। आपके कमेंट्स का इंतज़ार रहेगा। अगर आपने अब तक हमारा ये चैनल सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है तो बराए करम सब्सक्राइब कर लें ताकि इस तरह की अच्छी तकरीबात, अच्छे प्रोग्राम आप तक पहुँचते रहें।
अस्सलाम वालेकुम, मेरा नाम दीपक आनंद है और मैं मेंबर ऑफ प्रोविंशियल पार्लियामेंट हूँ मिसिसागा माल्टन से। और आज हम सेलिब्रेट कर रहे हैं इंटरनेशनल वुमेंस डे राइट हियर इन द हार्ट ऑफ माल्टन। बहुत अच्छा लगता है कोई भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन you know when you see it growing and doing a lot of work, good work, and giving back to the community. So I want to wish to God keep them more and more resources so that they can keep supporting the community. ICA TV का बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। आप हर बार हर जगह पहुंच के जो इवेंट्स को कवर करते हैं उस कवरेज को लोगों तक पहुंचाते हैं एंड एबल टू स्प्रेड द गुड न्यूज़ एंड द गुड वर्क बीइंग डन बाय दीज ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस। सो आपका बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया।
हाँ, मेरा नाम सुरजीत कौर है और मैं माल्टन वुमेन काउंसिल के साथ प्रोजेक्ट सपोर्ट वर्कर की तरह काम करती हूँ। आज हम माल्टन वुमेन काउंसिल की तरफ से यहाँ पे इंटरनेशनल वुमेन डे मनाने के लिए इकट्ठे हुए हैं। ये इंटरनेशनल वुमेन डे जो है कि ये एम्पावर करने के लिए, औरतों को एम्पावर करने के लिए हर साल 8 मार्च को मनाया जाता है। तो क्योंकि हमारी जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है ये है ही औरतों के लिए, इन्होंने औरतों के लिए माल्टन वुमेन काउंसिल ने बहुत सारा काम किया है। ये माइंड, बॉडी एंड सोल सभी एस्पेक्ट्स के लिए माल्टन वुमेन काउंसिल बहुत सारा काम कर रही है। जूम पे मीटिंग्स होती हैं, इन पर्सन मीटिंग होती हैं, कैलेडन में होती हैं, ब्रैम्पटन में होती हैं मीटिंग्स एंड माल्टन में तो होती ही हैं। सो इस तरह से सीनियर्स को, मैं सीनियर्स के साथ काम करती हूँ, सीनियर्स को एम्पावर करने के लिए ऑल इज़ वेल जो प्रोग्राम मनाया जाता है। सो आज ये इसमें बहुत सारे आप देखेंगे कि बहुत सारी कम्युनिटीज़ के लोग आए हुए हैं, आदमी भी हैं, औरतें भी हैं, सभी मिलके आज हमारी कहानियाँ थीम है हमारी आज की इस फंक्शन का। आज का थीम है हमारी कहानियाँ और हमारी कहानियों में औरतें अपनी कहानियाँ बताएंगी कि वो किस तरह से एम्पावर हुई और उन्होंने क्या क्या मुश्किलें उनको ज़िंदगी में आईं और किस तरह से MWC ने उनको हेल्प किया। That's it. Thank you.
हेलो, सत श्री अकाल, नमस्कार, अस्सलाम वालेकुम और बहुत बड़े वाली हेलो के साथ मैं हूँ मीता खन्ना। तो आज हमारा मॉल्टन वुमेन काउंसिल का इंटरनेशनल वुमेंस डे का सेलिब्रेशन है। ये एक ऐसा मौका है जिसकी कि इंतज़ार हम पूरा साल करते हैं। ये नहीं कि हम विमेनहुड को या विमेन एम्पावरमेंट को बाकी साल में सेलिब्रेट नहीं करते हैं, बट दिस इज़ द टाइम when we all get together. We meet so many people, new people and some old friends also, which is a great occasion for us. और यहाँ पर हमें एहसास होता है कि हम कितने एम्पावर्ड हैं, कितने आपस में जब मिलकर काम करते हैं तो हमारी स्ट्रेंथ कितनी ज़्यादा हो जाती है। तो आज मैं यहाँ पर MC हूँ और आज का जो हमारा टॉपिक है आज की इस वुमेंस डे सेलिब्रेशन का, वो है हमारी कहानियाँ। देखिए, हमारी कहानियाँ, आपकी कहानियाँ, हम सब कहानियों से बनते हैं। रोज़ सुबह उठते हैं, शाम तक नई कहानी होती है, फिर अगले दिन नई कहानी। और हम सब की ज़िंदगियों में इतनी कहानियाँ हैं, जब हम दूसरों की सुनते हैं तो हमें लगता है हमारी कहानी बोली जा रही है। तो इन्हीं कहानियों को आज हम सुनने, एक दूसरे के साथ शेयर करने आए हैं और मुझे बहुत बहुत उम्मीद है कि जितने भी लोग आज आएंगे वो यहाँ से बहुत एनरिच होके और एम्पावर, एनलाइटन होके जाएंगे। बहुत सारे म्यूज़िक शोज़ भी हैं, म्यूज़िक भी है, सिंगिंग है, डांसिंग है और उस सब को हम बहुत एंजॉय करने वाले हैं। आज मैं सभी विमेन को हैप्पी इंटरनेशनल वुमेंस डे और सभी लोगों को, रादर मेन को भी, सभी को कंग्रेचुलेट करती हूँ उसके लिए। थैंक यू
जी। ਮੇਰਾ ਨਾਮ ਰਿੰਟੂ ਪਾਟਿਆ। ਮੈਂ ਮਾਲਟਨ ਵੂਮਨ ਕਾਉਂਸਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪੀਅਰ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਐਂਬੈਸਡਰ ਦੇ ਤਰਫੋਂ ਕੰਮ ਕਰ ਰਹੀ ਹਾਂ। ਅੱਜ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਇੰਟਰਨੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਵੂਮਨਸ ਡੇ ਮਨਾਉਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਹੋਏ ਹਾਂ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਮਾਲਟਨ ਵੂਮਨ ਕਾਉਂਸਲ ਦਾ ਮੋਟਿਵ ਹੈ ਐਮਪਾਵਰਡ ਵੂਮਨ, ਐਮਪਾਵਰਡ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀਜ਼, ਅਤੇ ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਸ ਦਿਨ ਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਸੋਹਣੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਸੈਲੀਬ੍ਰੇਟ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਵਰਡੀ ਕਨਵੈਨਸ਼ਨ ਸੈਂਟਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ। ਤੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਗੈਸਟ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੇ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਹੋ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਨੇ। ਬਸ ਥੋੜ੍ਹੀ ਦੇਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੁਣ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੋ ਜਾਏਗਾ ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹਦਾ ਆਨੰਦ ਮਾਣਾਂਗੇ। थैंक यू।
मेरा नाम गज़ाला है, मैं कराची पाकिस्तान से हूँ और आज के इवेंट के हवाले से बहुत खूबसूरत इवेंट, वेरी वेल ऑर्गेनाइज। और मैं भी माल्टन वुमेन के साथ मेंटल हेल्थ एम्बेसडर हूँ मिल्टन में और बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है। ऐसा लग रहा है जैसे सब अपने हैं, कोई डिफरेंस नहीं है। इतनी डाइवर्सिटी, पाकिस्तानी, इंडियन, बहुत सारे मुल्कों से लोग आए हुए हैं और बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है सबसे मिलके। बहुत अच्छे अच्छे नए दोस्त बनेंगे एंड लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड टू बी इन द इवेंट। अब देखें आज क्या क्या होता है एंड देन वी विल शेयर लेटर। थैंक यू।
ਮੇਰਾ ਨਾਮ ਨਿਰਮਲ ਸ਼ਰਮਾ ਹੈ। ਅਸੀਂ ਜਦ ਤੋਂ ਇਹ ਮਾਲਟਨ ਵਾਲਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਗਰੁੱਪ ਸ਼ਾਮਲ ਹੋਏ ਹਾਂ, ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇੰਨੀ ਐਕਟੀਵਿਟੀ ਸਿਖਾਈ ਗਈ ਆ। ਇੱਕ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਆਰਟ ਸਿਖਾਇਆ ਗਿਆ ਕਿ ਜਿਹਦੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਸਿਰਫ ਲਾਈਨਾਂ ਹੀ ਆਉਂਦੀਆਂ ਸੀ ਖਿੱਚਣੀਆਂ, ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਵਜੂਦ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੰਨੀ ਅੱਛੀ ਪੇਂਟਿੰਗ ਬਣਾਈ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਖੁਦ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੋਚ ਸਕਦੇ।
So today we are celebrating our 14th annual International Women's Day and the theme is Hamari Kahaniyan, celebrating our stories, celebrating the everyday story of women's courage and resilience and consistent effort to prove herself. So, and you would see the speeches which are planned, scheduled for tonight, the artwork that's displayed, it's all centered around our stories, Hamari Kahaniyan. So we believe that everybody has a story to celebrate and which we'll be celebrating tonight. Thank you. Anu Randhava.
So my name is Hanya Irfan. I'm at Malton Women Council's International Women's Day 2025 and I'm wishing all the women a amazing day to feel empowered and to do whatever you like. So thank you.
हेलो जी, मेरा नाम गुलनाज रेहान है और मैं माल्टन वुमेन के साथ एज अ पीयर सपोर्ट एम्बेसडर काम करती हूँ। और आज हम यहाँ पे इकट्ठे हुए हैं माल्टन वुमेन काउंसिल का 14th एनुअल वुमेंस डे बनाने के लिए। और वुमेंस डे जो है उसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि ये कोई इंडिपेंडेंस है उसकी आज़ादी के लिए, ये हमारी सेलिब्रेशन ऑफ आवर अचीवमेंट्स, आवर जो हम लोग पूरे साल काम करते हैं, सपोर्ट करते हैं साउथ एशियन वुमेंस को, ये उसकी सेलिब्रेशन है कि हमने क्या क्या अचीव किया और हम वो सबके साथ शेयर करते हैं। और आज सारी जो साउथ एशियन वुमेंस हैं वो यहाँ पे जो आएंगी वो अपनी हमारे यहाँ पे आज हमारा जो थीम है या टॉपिक है वो है हमारी कहानियाँ. तो वी आर सेलिब्रेटिंग हियर. थैंक यू.
Council family, I extend a heartfelt welcome to our dear friends, distinguished guests, MWC family members, esteemed community partners, supporters, sponsors, raffle sponsors, donors, for joining us on our 14th annual International Women's Day celebration. For many of you, this occasion is not just another event on the calendar. As for some, it feels like a loving family reunion, where connections are reignited. To some, it is considered a marriage anniversary, celebrating the bonds and milestones we have collectively achieved over the years. Indeed, there are many among us who eagerly wait for this special day throughout the entire year, looking forward to the sense of empowerment, inspiration, uplifting, and belonging. Today we come together to celebrate Hamari Kahaniyan. In English, it means our stories. Our stories, every woman carries a unique story within her. Each narrative woven with threads of struggle and triumph, sorrow and joy, despair and hope. It is through these stories that we connect, empathize, and learn from one another. These stories can reflect through words, through poetry, through singing, through dancing, and through art. I hope you have a chance to see and appreciate the wonderful collection of our artistic expressions outside. This amazing work has been done by our team Canada, team Toronto, team Malton. And those are the young artists over there on table number 4. Thank you Seema, Nawal and Harpalji for taking the lead for these sessions. Let me take this opportunity to appreciate the tireless hard work of my dedicated IWT planning team. Can I see who is planning team? And our staff, Harpalji, Induji, Mitaji, Oshin, Anu, Parminder, Surjitji, Pradyalji. Am I missing? Gulnaz. They make this day an extra special. Do you agree? Yes. Before I start my kahani, I would like to recognize all the men you can wave. Supporting men. It's really good, really good. Thank you so much for being here. And now feel free to wave when you hear your name. My family, my Malton Women Council family, my PCHS family, our community partners, ICA Canada, FCSS, Community Informative, TNO, Auntie Gina Foundation, Johan Financials, Caledon Seniors Group, New Horizon Media Art, Caledon Wheels on Meals, Yoga by Mazala, and Brave, the Peel Tamil Services Provider Network, Peel District School Board, PCAWA, Peel CAS, Success and Innovation, WMRCC, Town of Caledon, Age Friendly Caledon, MBDA, Volunteer MBC, Bright Start Caledon Family Services, Dots by Dots, Malton Gidda Queens, PR Photography, and special thanks to our media partners. Raminda ji, thank you so much for arranging this. So we have Kirpa TV, Omni TV, PTC, GTA News, Red FM, Punjab TV, ICA TV, our talented artist who will be performed tonight. And let me see if I miss somebody. So who is here for the very first time? Raise your hand. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Who was here on our last event? Wow, wow, wow. Thank you for coming. कोई रह तो नहीं गया? Am I forgetting somebody? आपको मैंने नहीं किया ना? Thank you. Thank you so much. All the kids. I hope they have their coloring books. If not, then please let me know. सब बच्चों को मिल गई हैं coloring books? उनके parents मुझे बता सकते हैं? अगर किसी को नहीं, on the beautiful night of हमारी कहानियाँ, I would like to share my own story. By doing so, I hope to honor not just my journey, but I'm also breaking the traditional chains of silence. We come from a culture where silence is often seen as a virtue, where suffering is carried alone rather than shared with others. For over 50 years, my mother held her story close to her heart, guarding it like a precious secret. This is considered to be strength of women in our culture, who often find pride in silence and tend to endure their struggles in solitude. Just recently, my beloved aunt, Auntie China, departed from this transitory world, taking with her a treasure of many untold stories. My story is a story of a resilient woman who in 2011 preferred to walk on an untraditional road as her traditional path, where she has been walking for the past 19 years, was bruising her inner self and damaging her self-respect as well as her soul. With no roadmap to guide her, she relied on her unwavering faith in Allah, trusting that the path she has chosen was the right one for her. She had no grand dreams. Rather, she aspired to a life in which she could live authentically and breathe with her own free will. This decision marked the beginning of a journey towards self-discovery, or perhaps rediscovery, for her inner strength and determination. Just over a decade ago, in 2014, that woman received her final check from Ontario Works. This was a place she had never envisioned herself to be, yet it was the only source providing basic necessities, roti, kapda aur makan, to her and her 3 children. During this challenging time, she was engaged in a harsh battle in the court for child support, navigating a cruel legal system that has not always in the favor of women. Her aspiration was to achieve financial independence so that she could mentally free herself from court proceedings and humiliation. However, the road of financial independence was vague and unknown. Every step of the journey required immense strength and resilience as she faced numerous obstacles. Yet, despite of hardships, her determination to create a better life for herself and her children drove her forward. Little did she know about community services and not-for-profit world until March 2012, when she unexpectedly reconnected with her daughter's former teacher at the Drink Drive Public School. After listening her kahani, the teacher, Mrs. Aloka, invited her to a monthly meeting for a group of women. Although there were only 4 women in that meeting, and among them was a girl with shining and sparkling eyes, Anu. It turned out to be the most impactful incident of her life. This group was called Malton Women Council, and for her it was a Khwab Nagar, a place where dreams are nurtured, envisioned, and ultimately realized. जिसे मैं हमेशा कहती हूँ, एक ऐसी जगह जहां ख्वाब देखे जाते हैं, बुने जाते हैं, पूरे किए जाते हैं. For her, it was a transformative experience, an experience that changed the course of her life. Since then, Anu has become the guiding angel. Aloka ji, her lifeline, and Malton Women Council, her Maika. Soon that woman became a member of this group and began representing it in various community organizations. Malton Women Council provided her with an identity, a business card of outreach coordinator. Although this was a volunteer position, however, that card became her badge of honor, her personal identity. With this newfound identity, she proudly represented MWC wherever she went. This business card became the key to open many doors for her, including delivering her debut speech at Aurat Health Services, becoming a director of Malton Community Festival, chairperson of School Council, co-chair for Kara Saga and Multicultural Festival, and editor-in-chief for a local monthly newsletter. She was involved in nearly every community organization in Malton and P. Her thirst for knowledge and her curiosity made much like Alice in Wonderland, combined with her passion for learning, and encouraged her to volunteer with nearly 28 organizations in a remarkably short period of time. Her dedication, her dedication to volunteering ultimately paid off, as it paved her way to land her full-time job at PCHS in September 2013. This marked a significant milestone in her journey toward financial independence and transformed her identity from a full-time volunteer to a full-time professional woman. Initially, she felt reluctant to embrace her new role, as she did not want to lose her hard-won freedom. The freedom to learn, freedom to explore the world around her, and most importantly, freedom to work in her own creative way. However, those doubts soon faded, as she found herself thriving in her new position. Not only was she enjoying the same fulfilling experiences she had treasured as a volunteer, but she was also receiving a bi-weekly paycheck, which was significantly higher than her previous income from Ontario Works. This financial security further solidified her sense of independence and purpose. She continued to engage in the same activities she loved, but now she approached with more professionally. She walked with pride whenever she entered in region of Peel building, as she was not there to get a welfare check, but as a community partner. And soon she became the voice of many voiceless women on many tables. It became clear to her that while she was passionate about her work, she lacked certain skills and relevant credentials essential for excelling in her role. Undeterred, she eagerly sought help from her ever-supportive dear colleague, Sukhi, Harpreet, Amanjeet, and Gulwinder ji, who used to share the desk as well as their expertise with her. She was fortunate that Amandeep ji did not micromanage her. She recognized her true potential and provided her with the support she needed to thrive. Throughout her 8 years of PCHS, she learned invaluable lessons from her mentor, her guru, and her role model, the inspiring Baldev Mutta ji. Not only did he serve as a guiding light in her professional journey, but also influenced her personal growth. His belief in her abilities encouraged her to push her boundaries and strive for excellence. And one fine morning, inspired by Baldevji's role modeling, she made a bold decision to resign from her full-time job with benefits, as she wanted to follow his footprints and make a real difference in the community with more freedom and more untraditional way. It is an African proverb that it takes a community to build a person. Today, I stand before you as that person, Uzma Aziz Irfan, the proud Executive Director of Malton Women Council. My journey which I humbly share with you is a reminder of how each of us, both individually and collectively, as an organization, play a vital role in shaping the narrative of those around us. The reason I felt compelled to share my story is that we often underestimate the profound impact we can have on each other's story. Let's try to be the best chapter on somebody's kahani. As each interaction, each moment of encouragement contributes to a greater narrative, one that takes a person from Ontario Works recipient to an executive director of one of the most prestigious organizations. This transformation is not merely personal. It becomes a shared journey where my tale intermingles with yours, where meri kahani becomes hamari kahani. Thank you each and everyone for being part of my kahani. Thank you.
These lands have been cared for by Indigenous people since time immemorial. It's their land, and we honor their enduring connection to this land. Today, Mississauga is home to many vibrant Indigenous communities across the Turtle Island, and we're grateful that we have the opportunity to live here and work with them. This acknowledgement today is a step toward recognizing our shared history and committing to reconciliation. Okay, so everyone, please give a round of applause to acknowledge their connection to this land. A little more energy in the room, people. A little more, just a little more. That's it, that's it, that's it. Come on, we're celebrating International Women's Day. I mean, more than 50% of the room today is women, so females, ladies, it's our day today. Okay, so let's start. I promise everybody we have a lot of fun for you guys tonight. Many performances, and I really hope that we are able to make this night memorable for all of you here. So without wasting any more time, let's kick off tonight's performances. First, I'm thrilled to invite on stage an extraordinary group that embodies the fusion of tradition and innovation. Joining us today this evening are talented performers from Abhigam, a not-for-profit organization by the visionary Debarati Chakraborty, in November 2021. I know most of us are still waiting for the performance, but we gotta acknowledge our artists. So we have Anita Pandey, who's a Toronto-based Kathak dancer. She received advanced training in Kathak under Guru Urmila Sharma and Therapy Alam, who are both Kathak maestros. And now she continues to expand her moment vocabulary under the guidance of Sanjukta Sinha Dance Company. Her most recent highlights have been the multi-city performances for the production coach and her own production, Astitva. Anita, if you're there. Okay, there they are. Next, with her, we have Somdata, who also runs her own organization in our arts, which are dedicated to teaching, choreography, curating, and performing. Her versatility shows through her dance and music productions, such as We Rise, which has won many accolades for contribution to human rights. She's practicing clinical mental health therapist. Hi, sister. I'm also in mental health. With background in dance movement therapy from Rider University. She's also a trained Bharatanatyam dancer under the tutelage of Late Mrinali Saraban. And lastly, we have our founder of Abhigam, Debarati, who's a trained Bharatanatyam dancer from Darpana Academy, Ahmedabad. Debarati has also done ballet and modern dances to make a comparative dance language. She's been teaching teenagers, running workshops for adults to stir up the moment of dance in everyone, to highlight the physical, mental, and emotional benefits by understanding the science behind it. So, ballet and traditionally, very interesting. So is everybody looking forward to this performance? Perfect, perfect.
Indeed, the truest expression of a people is in its dance and its music. Bodies never lie, you know. They speak for themselves. Albert Einstein said that, and I quote, "We dance for laughter, we dance for tears, we dance for madness, we dance for fears, we dance for hopes, we dance for screams. We are the dancers, we create the dreams." Isn't it wonderful? So, okay, now let's begin with another story, another kahani. Usma started this beautiful chain of stories that we're going to have today. This kahani is by a very, very significant member. Kahani kya hai? मैं कहूं, तू सुने, तू कहे, मैं सुनूं, तुम कहो मेरे दिल की बात, मेरे जज्बात, और मैं सुन पाऊं तुम्हारे हालात। एक दूजे की सुनते सुनाते कितने ही किस्से और कहानियां बनती चली जाती हैं। हम सब की जिंदगी इन्हीं कहानियों के मोतियों के हार में पिरोई हुई है। और पहला मोती, the first pearl that I'm calling you from the beautiful string of pearls that we have, beautiful pearls, this is, ये जो मोती है बहुत अहम मोती है, बहुत बहुत important. Our lives are full of stories, as I said just now, small, big, happy, sad, stories of success, failure, etc., etc. Let's hear a story from none other than Anu Randhawa. The story of a little seed which has grown into such a big tree.
under the shade of which we all are growing, blooming and flourishing. I have an example. We have so many examples here. So I would like to call Anu on stage, and before that, I would like to share a few words about Anu. Anu Randhawa is one of the founding members of Malton Women Council and is currently the CEO of Dots by Dots Consulting, a company which was founded by her in 2020 with a mission to build the capacity of grassroots and social services organizations across Ontario. So let's call Anu with a big applause.
All right. Hello, everyone. I hope you all are having a wonderful time. Okay. This one is emotional. Hamari kahaniyan, our stories. The recent life experiences have shifted my perspective to believe that we are more than our stories. So much more than our stories. However, I also agree that all these stories, no matter what context they carry, continuously shape all levels of our being, at both conscious and subconscious levels, and that they make us whole. Although my life has been full with several stories, some which I cherish, some which I wish never happened, and some which I struggle to entangle till date. However, today the story which I pick is not only the one which is very close to my heart, but also the one which is interconnected with many other stories of my life. And this is my MWC story, my MWC kahani. The story whose seed was sown in the universe's greater planning when I fell in love with Briminda 20 years back. Married him, and as part of our Canadian dream, we came to Canada on January 27, 2008 with our 10-month-old son, Jourlem. Little did I know that at the time, the seed of my MWC kahani was being secretly nourished in nature's sacred and unknown ways. This seed received sunlight when I met another immigrant woman, a mother, Shoaib, in a park here in Malton, who shared with me about the Readiness Center, a concept which seemed unreal at that time, that there existed a space within a school where parents and guardians of children between 0 to 4 years of age could bring their children, stay with them while engaging in various activities. I was confused. Looking at the hesitancy on my face, Shweta offered that she would accompany me to the Readiness Center as she also had a young child, to which I happily agreed. It was September of 2008 that I, along with my 18-month son, reached this Readiness Center, located within the Dunrankin Drive Public School here in Malton. The moment is still etched in my mind and heart when Shweta introduced me to Mrs. Aloga Mehendiratta, telling me that she was the teacher who ran the Dunrankin Drive Readiness Center program. A teacher in a South Asian attire with white flower in her hair is a sight which is still etched in my mind and heart. Is a sight that I can never forget for many reasons. The one in that very moment was feeling at home, away from home. And the one which I feel today is that of a powerful statement lived by conviction and courage. The warmth and love with which Mrs. Aloka welcomed us and all other families was the magical force that kept us drawing to that place day by day. Within weeks, I was part of this Readiness Center community nourished by Mrs. Aloka, where I met other parents, grandparents, and guardians who would bring their children and grandchildren and wholeheartedly participate in activities so thoughtfully designed by Mrs. Aloka. This feeling of family and community was different for me, for many reasons, which included growing up in a nuclear family, witnessing violence and abuse throughout my childhood and youth, living away from home since the age of 18, disconnection of family ties as I married the person of my choice, and last but not the least, being a new mother and a newcomer in a new country. Because Readiness Center gave me a safe space and a family I always longed for as a child and as a youth. A family which I could choose. I would always wonder when my high school friends would proudly share about the teachers, mentors, and guardians in their lives who shaped their lives and who were part of their success story, as the ones who were placed in my life in these roles were the ones who ripped me of my innocence and pushed me into a dark childhood and youth. Little did I know that this narrative would be scripted a bit different for me, as in my case, it would be my child's teacher who was going to change the future course of my life. Mrs. Aloka, my child's teacher, was one such person who saw me beyond the naked eyes and started engaging me in different activities such as doing research on programs and events taking place in the community, helping with the translation of the information sessions into South Asian languages, setting up activities table, etc. One of the soulful activities which Mrs. Aloka initiated at the Readiness Center was singing and dancing around Holki, where a day per week was dedicated for this. For me, like with all other activities, this was sacred. And I would reach for the Dholki singing day no matter it rained or stormed. We would be there, me and my son would be there. Even if there was no other family. And Mrs. Aloka would at times say, "Could you not stay at home?" And looking at my face would smile, knowing that this center was more home for me. And there would be days when it would be just both of us sitting around Dholki and singing. Soon the activity gathered attention. We almost created an informal group, sharing cultural songs and dances. Amidst all of this, during her interactions with women who would come to the Readiness Center, Mrs. Aloka realized the need to have a dedicated time to listen to these women going through challenges originating from patriarchal norms, attitudes, and traditions. So she decided to dedicate her lunchtime to be present for the women who might want to share but did not have any place to do so. Unlike the other Readiness Centers hubs across Peel region, the one at Dunrankin Drive Public School was rooted in the values of community building, community engagement, and the belief that it takes a village to raise a child. Through her Readiness Center, Mrs. Aloka was determined to create homes and families and communities nurtured with unconditional love and warmth and respect. The women and families in the Dunrankin Drive Readiness Center had little clue as to what was in store for them. Under the guidance of Mrs. Aloka, we started participating in various activities and projects both within and outside the school community, including cultural performances as Malton Gidda Group, Regional Peel's Family Literacy Program, Peel District School Boards, Photo Voice Project, and others. In the year 2009, Mrs. Aloka introduced us to another guiding angel, Ranjana Mitra, the CEO of Community Environment Alliance, who encouraged us to give a formal structure to our group. And with her guidance, we officially formed Malton Women Council on October 23rd, 2009. This was also the day when Mrs. Aloka formally assigned me the responsibility of all the documentation for MWC, which I continue to follow till date. I remember people would come to me and ask, "Why are you volunteering at the school? Why are you volunteering with Malton Women Council? What is in there for you? Are they paying you?" Although I did not have a very clear answer for them back then, today I want to tell that MWC was a light for someone like me who spent 25 years of life in the darkness of patriarchy. That MWC was a purpose for someone like me whose youth was written in worldly prescriptions with no options and for any change. That MWC was a lifeline for me. Another person who shaped my MWC story is Samina Talat, and I know she has left, the then Executive Director of All Health Services, who in the year 2011 asked me to apply for the position of Project Coordinator at PCHS, or the Malton Community Building Project. Thanks to each one of you who is in this room today and who is not, for creating this space for me where I could pour my heart out. And my heartfelt gratitude to those who helped me reclaim my story after 35 years of my life, who told me that although all these stories, whether painful or joyful, made me whole, yet I'm so much more than my story. Thank you, everyone.
Of course, we call Anu the rock of Malton Women Council. We must never underestimate Anu's contribution to Malton Women Council, and also the contribution of PCHS in shaping the careers of our ED and Anu and Nawa. And we should applaud whom we call the mother of Malton Women Council, Aloka Mehdi. Thank you so much, everyone. Yes, big round of applause. So this is the time when we call the public representatives. We are very glad that we are honored that we have Natalie Hart with amongst us. She's the councillor, Ward 5, Mississauga. I request her to come up on stage and say a few words. Thank you.
Thank you all so very much for that warm welcome. I'm really excited to be here and bring greetings on behalf of course, our mayor, Carolyn Parrish, and the rest of my colleagues on council. I know that we're sharing stories. I'm going to share a small story today. Last year, I attended this event, and inside my purse were the papers to sign up to run to be your councillor. And so there are several special women here in this room who helped me get the signatures that I needed to do that and to be able to realize that dream. So in a very real sense, this event represents the space where that dream started to grow, got water, and became where we are now. The theme for this year is Accelerate Action, and there's probably no better group to embrace that story and embrace that theme than this one. But I also just want to remind all of you sitting here, because sometimes it can feel a little oppressive. You hear these stories of growth and change and everything else like that. But understand that you are enough as who you are. And I also want to remind all of you ladies who feel like you're being asked to do just one more thing, to do one more thing, to do one more thing. No is a complete sentence. You can sometimes say no. Sometimes you need to say no for yourself. Sometimes you need to say no because you need to create more space for your family or for your job or for whatever else it is. No does not mean no forever. Sometimes it just means I cannot right now. And sometimes it means the person asking you gets a moment to reflect and to say, what do you need for me to help you be in a place where you can say yes? And so I would encourage you when we're looking at these themes, when we're talking about all these stories, to hear the idea that sometimes you need to ask people what's getting in the way of you being able to share and do your story. But also accept sometimes when a woman has to look at you and say no. But look for ways to make that into a yes for them later. Enjoy this evening, enjoy the performances, I know that I will, and thank you again for allowing me to bring greetings on behalf of our incredibly vibrant city, and of course the best ward in all of the city is Ward 5 because it has Malton in it.
उस्मा मेरी मेंटोर है, तो मैं क्या करूं, तो मैं कुछ नहीं करती, मैं अपनी कहानी जो है मैं अपनी MWC फैमिली को डेडिकेट करती हूँ, अपनी ओन फैमिली को डेडिकेट करती हूँ और आप सबके लिए। थैंक यू सो मच। तो मैं गाना शुरू करती हूँ। मेरे साथ म्यूजिक नहीं है लेकिन कोई बात नहीं, आप लोगों की तालियां मेरे साथ चल जाएंगी। वे अखियां नू रज लैन दे सोनिया जे न जा, वे अखियां नू रज लैन दे सोनिया जे न जा, वेख मेरे पैर दी झांझर कनक दी तेरी खातिर, इन्हां नू जरा वच लैन दे सोनिया जे न जा, वे अखियां नू रज लैन दे सोनिया जे न जा, माहिया जे न जा, रांझना रच लैन दे सोहणिया जे न जा आपे तो तू पाइया कट्ठी रहन दी आदतां हुण कानों पाई जाए लम्मिया बुझारतां आपे तो तू पाइया कट्ठे रहन दी आदतां हुण कानों पाई जाए लम्मिया बुझारतां अगे किथे माया मैं जिद करदी सच्ची तेरे नाल ना कदे मैं लड़दी जेड़े होके मिलन दे सोहणिया जे न जा वे अखियां नू रच लैन दे सोहणिया जे न जा कर ले तू माया इस दिल दा ख्याल में जान वाली गल तेरी कट दिंदी जान में कर ले तू माया इस दिल दा ख्याल में जान वाली गल तेरी कट देती जान में तेरे अगे माया में मैं जिद कर दी सच्ची तेरे नाल ना कदे मैं लड़दी नेड़े होके मिलन दे सोहणिया जे न जा वे अखियां नू रच लैन दे सोहणिया जे न जा वे इक मेरे पैर दी झांझर खनक दी तेरी खातिर इन्हां नू जरा बच लैन दे सोहणिया जे न जा वे अखियां नू रच लैन दे सोहणिया जे न जा रांझणा जे न जा हीरिया जे न जा माहिया जे न जा सोहणिया जे न जा Thank you.
Hello, that was wonderful, wasn't it? So mesmerizing. Thank you so much, Rinju.
To the rhythms of Sufi, folk, and ghazal music. When she's not captivating audiences with her singing, she dedicates her time being a peer support worker with Malton Women Council, spreading empowerment through music and support. Let's not underestimate the power of music, right? All right, on to you, Rinju. more drop. Rinduji, do you still have the bowl with you? Okay, perfect. So let's pick a table. Okay, let's go by table 2. We see Rinduji is already by table number 2. Okay, we have a ticket already. Okay. Just got it. Okay. Table 13. Where do we have table 13? Okay, for you guys. 144-77-138. Table number? 13.
You are stronger than you know. No père, no sœur, no frère, no fille, aucun menteur, elle est docile, lumière de nuit, éclair de nuit, mon champ de fleurs, enfant de rêve. Les fleurs jalouses, vos peurs qui avancent, l'ami, toujours mon ami, Dada, sisters, mothers, warriors, Parapina Muso, Parapina Muso. You are stronger than you know. Parapina Muso. Parapina Muso. Parapina Muso. You are stronger than you know. Parapina Muso. Parapina Muso. Parapina Muso. We are stronger than we know. We are stronger than we are stronger than we know. We are stronger than we
Request Mrs. Aloka to come on stage. I would like to read what this says. Malton Women Council Lifetime Achievement Award to Aloka Mehndiratta for the blessing of MWC Maika, where every woman is empowered to rewrite her kahani.
मिल के किया, इनके सबके अंदर जो सूरज था, छिपा पड़ा था, वो देखो कैसे अपने आप ही निखर के आया है. Each one of them is so incredible. I didn't do anything. They give me far too much credit. But yes, I am so grateful for how they've come together and how they created this magical Malton Women Council, each one of them. Yeah, I bow down to their strength, their courage, and their capacity to uplift each other. And thank you ever so much for all of you who are here. Truly grateful to each one of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, everyone. You may please take your seats. She's a life coach, a mindset coach, and energy healer. a motivational speaker. Vidya holds a Master of Sciences degree and has worked for Ontario Provincial Government, University of Toronto, Scotiabank, HarperCollins Publications, and Afghan women's organizations. So she has volunteered for many organizations also. Vidya is a person of heart, intellect, and she's indeed an enlightened soul for me, very, very dear friend. Vidya Chitta, please watch the video.
Hi everyone, my name is Vidya Chitta. I'm one of the board of directors of Malton Council, founder of Muskan's Magic Method. And we help people, heal people, and guide people to overcome their health challenges, relationship issues by using subconscious microgrammar techniques and different healing modalities. Today I'm here to share my story of my struggles, my strength, and my success. Meri kahani, meri zuban. Everybody goes through their own ups and downs in life. So did I. But with God's grace, I was able to create my dream life. And I felt like this is my happily ever after. But then, my mom got diagnosed with cancer. I was terrified to hear the news. I don't know what to do. I packed up my 14 years of life in Canada and I had nothing to take care of her. The journey wasn't easy. She has to go through a series of chemotherapy, few surgeries, number of radiation, and a lot of pain. It was intolerable, unbearable. She kept going. She is a fighter spirit. We tried to care for her, love her, support her, encourage her. But things were not easy. Somehow we finished the treatment and felt like, wow, finally it's done. But then doctor said this is an aggressive kind of cancer and it has a tendency to come back. We were like, that cannot be true. There should be some way out. They said the only way out is to go through the oral medication, oral chemotherapy again. It has a series of side effects. My mom couldn't handle it. She was terrified, she was extremely sick, and very weak and fragile. We don't want her to go through all those things again. We don't want anybody to go through all this pain again. I don't know what to do. I learned, I researched and found out that majority of the diseases are because of the suppressed emotions, like sadness, grief, anger. And that's not true because a few years back, my father passed away and she has been living ever since. It instantly clicked. I learned from the world's best trainers about subconscious mind programming, different techniques, EFT, NLP, and tried to use it further. She wasn't very ready to follow any techniques. She was emotionally, mentally not ready. I was not ready to give up. I thought there should be some other way. Then I found out about the healing techniques. I learned Reiki healing, pranic healing, aura healing, chakra healing, crystal healing, sound healing. I used all of them to treat her. Previously, she was very skeptical. But after that, when she started getting results, she started liking it. She started believing it. She started following it. And after 2.5 years in this journey, finally on international platform, I want to say, my mom is 100% cancer free. She has healed herself. She has healed herself. While going through this learning progress, I found out that many of my family and friends are going through their health problems, relationship problems, and career issues as well. I offered them help. When they got benefited, many more started coming in. Then they got great results. The number just kept on increasing, and I was so happy helping resolving their problems. Few organizations invited me to speak about mental health, how to resolve, how to overcome trauma, fears, and phobias. They asked me to conduct a sound healing session for them. A few of the rehab centers invited me to help them with their members who were the survivors of domestic violence, drug addicts, alcoholics, and many more. In last 1 year, the journey has been just incredible, helping people, resolving their problems, give me extreme happiness, and the soul satisfaction which just can't be expressed in words. I got almost 15 awards in last 14 months, and the most important thing is a purpose to my life. My pain has given me the purpose, and I'm committed to help and heal people, as many people as I can, and that's has been my mission ever since. If I can do all those things in this situation, this mess, or this tough phase of my life, so you can. So you can just believe in yourself, do your best, and just forget the rest. What I learned from my life challenges is one: acceptance. Life cannot be 100% perfect all the time. There will be ups, there will be downs. So accept the situation as it comes without complaining. Mindset. Instead of focusing on the problems, focus on the solutions. Find possibilities in obstacles, possibilities in every problem. Third, patience. Good things takes time. So be patient, be consistent, and keep going till you win. And if you ever felt like giving up, know that you're absolutely worth it. You're worth it. You deserve to be happy, healthy, wealthy, and blessed. So find that inner strength within you. Rise above all your problems and challenges, and let your inner light shine so bright that you'll lighten up the entire world, because you're absolutely worth it. And this world needs it. So keep smiling, keep shining, and stay blessed always. Thank you.
Round of applause. Louder, everyone.
What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see it now, but I'ma see it through.
cielo y tierra y no te encontré. Y llega hoy tan de repente y has sentido toda mi vida con tu querer. No desvíes la mirada, quédate cerca de mí.
Como me quiero, Santina, señorita, yo la quiero.
Members of Malton Women Council and currently serves as the board treasurer. Through her journey of self-actualization, Mahwish has not only empowered herself and her family, but has also become an inspiration for many women around her. So let's welcome beautiful Mahwish over here. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I hope you're enjoying your evening. My name is Mahwish Javed and I'm working as a marketing developer in an employment agency and alongside as a full-time realtor. I'm one of the founding members of MWC and have been associated with it for the last 15 years. For the last 4 years, I have been serving MWC in the capacity of board member and recently have been appointed as a treasurer. And I'm very grateful for this opportunity. In addition to my formal role as a board member, I have been engaged with MWC in several projects that help many women of Malton in different areas of their life. I would like to share how MWC played a big role in my personal and professional journey. MWC always stood beside me and gave me courage, confidence, and strength to overcome all the hardships of my life. Life gives us all our share of ups and downs, which has also been the case with me. My husband had a stroke in 2014. It was very hard time for me, for my family, working full-time with 3 kids, taking care of my husband, and pursued my education, which I left 10 years behind. However, MWC proactive, emotional and social support allowed me to not only come out of all the challenges, but also helped me bounce back stronger. The continuous programs and events kept me busy and I received unconditional motivation and encouragement from MWC leaders like Mrs. Aloka, Uzma Irfan, Anu Randaba, in addition to other members of MWC family. Meeting up with new people and sharing ideas and life experiences kept me going through to find the right path in life. My journey with MWC helped me to transfer from a homemaker to successful and empowered woman. There is a lot more to share about MWC, but due to time limit, I will conclude with this that it has been a great honor to be part of MWC. And thanks again, everyone, for your unconditional love and support.
Thank you. That is beautiful, short and sweet. Thank you. So we have a very beautiful performance ahead. But till they do the whole setup, let's have another round of rapid draws. Are you excited, ladies and gentlemen?
Louder.
Yes. Okay. Where is Meg? She's there. She's there. Table number 11. Let's see what happens.
कौन उसे पहचानेगा और कैसे आंख मिलाए वो। हिम्मत करके चिड़िया एक दिन गांव को वापस चली गई, किसी ने ना पहचाना उसको, चुपचाप सामने खड़ी रही। फिर दूर से उसके अब्बू आए, देखते ही वो रो पड़ी। अब्बू बोले, कौन हो तुम और क्यों हो मेरे दर पर खड़ी? ये सुनकर चिड़िया वापस चल दी अपने गांव की गलियों में। उसने अपना रंग पहचाना और खो गई वो रंग रलियों में। उसने अपनी भाषा सीखी और लिख दिया अपने दिल का हाल। जो भी उसने सहा सफर में, किताब में अपनी दिया वो ढाल। फिर ऐसी बिकी किताब चिड़िया की, पूरे गांव में उसका नाम हुआ। घर घर में होने लगी इज्जत और दुगना उसका दाम हुआ। फिर चिड़िया वापस चल दी अपने गांव। अम्मी ने पहचान लिया, ये तो है मेरी गुड़िया छोटी। अब चिड़िया अपने गांव में खुश है, हर पल जैसे अपना सा। मगर है उसकी आंख खुली, ये तो बस एक सपना था। अब भी है वो उसी जंगल में, फंसी हुई है उसी दंगल में, जिसका मकसद दाना है। ये पंख तो बस नजराना है, ये पंख तो महज बहाना है। जीदा ना मोहब्बत गुम है, गुम है, गुम है। एक कुड़ी जीदा ना मोहब्बत गुम है, गुम है, गुम है। साथ मुरादी सोनी भगवत गुम है, गुम है, गुम है। थकावट बेचैनी जद चौराया विच आ जुड़ती है। रौड़े लिपी तन्हाई विच उस कुड़ी दी थुड़ दिसदी है। हाँ हर पल मैनू यूं लगता है, हर पल मैनू यूं लगता है जुड़े जश्न ते भीड़ा विचों, जुड़ी महक दे जुर्मट विचों। ओ मैनू आवाज दवेगी, ओ मैनू आवाज दवेगी, मैं उसनू पहचान लवांगा। ओ मैनू पहचान लवेगी, ओ मैनू पहचान लवेगी।
dot of Malton Women Council. Gulnaz Rehan. Gulnaz she has such a quiet, somber, and sweet demeanor, yet she's a very determined and giving person, I tell you. Gulnaz Rehan, an MSc in Botany with a B.Ed, recently completed a digital marketing specialist certification. Wow, commendable. She is one of the founding members of MWC and currently serves as a peer support ambassador, supporting South Asian women in the Peel region, Mississauga, Malton, with health, social, and economic community resources. So I, with a beautiful, beautiful, big heart, warm heart, welcome Gulnaz on stage.
Hello everyone. My name is Gulnaz Rehan, and I'm here to share my roller coaster ride, which was started when I moved to Canada after marriage, and my journey into motherhood was not an easy one. My first pregnancy was extremely challenging, and I gave birth at just 27 weeks, and my premature baby weighed less than 2 pounds. That day, I made a promise to myself. I had faced hardship, but I would embrace motherhood with love and unwavering dedication. With the support and understanding of my husband, I chose to be stay-at-home mom, fully committed to nurturing my children and shaping their future. It was a role I embraced wholeheartedly, knowing that every moment I invested in their growth would lay the foundation for their success. My world revolved around their achievements, and my friendship were deeply noted with theirs. But life took another unexpected turn. When my children were in grade 5 and 3, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. Fear gripped me, and I felt on the edge of despair. My doctor reassured me that it's just a minor surgery. But after my first lumpectomy in January 2015, the biopsy results brought more challenges. In March 2015, I underwent a full mastectomy with reconstruction. I thought that it was over, but the margin after the biopsy were not clear. More tests, more waiting. Eventually, I needed radiotherapy, which left with me with a third-degree burn. I still remember sitting on each day, unable to move my arm. The pain was so unbearable that even morphine didn't help. Through it all, I hid my fear from my kids, family, and friends, trying to maintain a sense of normalcy for them. The next 5 years of hormone therapy changed me physically, mentally, and emotionally. My memory faltered, my energy drained, and depression set in. A side effect of both the treatments and the fear that came with every follow-up and scan. I tried psychotherapy, but the medications made me feel even worse. Then I turned to a hobby of baking, sharing recipes online and trying to find the purpose beyond the exhaustion and anxiety. Usman kept pushing me to do something meaningful during all these challenging years. Then came COVID-19, and unexpectedly it became a blessing. That's the time when MWC became my lifeline. I started volunteering, taking sessions, pursuing short courses after 17 years of being stagnant. Malton Women Council reignited my passion for learning after 3 years of volunteering. Volunteering with them, I got my first part-time job with MWC, and my journey took another turn. More health challenges followed to more surgeries, a cholecystectomy in 2021 and then complete hysterectomy in 2022. But I never used my struggles as an excuse, but I kept pushing forward even when people failed to understand what I was going through. After gaining work experience, I realized the importance of upgrading my skills. So after 28 years away from the university, I took on the challenge of full-time digital marketing specialist course and completed it with distinction. Here, not just a survivor, but as someone who found purpose through resilience. Malton Women Council gave me the motivation, mentorship and financial independence I never imagined. It helped me to transform my struggle into my strength. For that, I'm forever grateful. Today, I truly acknowledge that Mrs. Aloka's dream for South Asian women to realize their true power has come true. Thank you.
Working as project support worker for Malton Women Council Senior Program, a highly accomplished and respected poet whose poems speak volumes of her prowess and caliber. I would like to remind you that we'll have more raffle draws during dinner again. Okay, so stay alert, ladies and gentlemen, and let's welcome Sujit Kaurji, a very well-known face of Brampton in Punjabi literary circles.
ਅਜੀਜ਼ ਦੋਸਤੋ, ਇੰਨੀ ਖੂਬਸੂਰਤ ਸ਼ਾਮ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਅੱਜ ਔਰਤਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਖੂਬਸੂਰਤ ਕਹਾਣੀਆਂ ਸੁਣੀਆਂ। ਮੈਂ ਜੋ ਕਹਾਣੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸੁਣਾਉਣ ਜਾ ਰਹੀ ਹਾਂ ਉਹ ਪੁਰਾਣੀ, ਅੱਜ ਤੋਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਦੀਆਂ ਪੁਰਾਣੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਔਰਤ ਹੈ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਅੱਜ ਤੱਕ ਦੀ ਔਰਤ ਦੀ ਕਹਾਣੀ ਹੈ। तो मेरी कविता का नाम है तेरी मेरी कहानी। तेरी मेरी कहानी। हर औरत दी एक कहानी होती है। हर औरत एक कहानी होती है। मर जाने की भी है एक कहानी। एक बारी उसको पूछा मैं खूब माने होने बचपन बच्चे ਦੀਆਂ ਕਿਲਕਾਰੀਆਂ ਸੁਣਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਤੇਰੇ ਟੁੱਟਲ ਪੈਂਦੇ ਹਾਸਿਆਂ ਚੋਂ। ਅੱਗੇ ਹੱਸ ਕੇ ਪੁੱਛਦੀ ਹੈ ਬਚਪਨ ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਸੱਜਣੀ। ਬਚਪਨ ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਸੱਜਣੀ। ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਕੁੜੀਆਂ ਖੂਬ ਖੇਡਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਗੁੱਡੀਆਂ, ਖੂਬ ਟੱਪਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਰੱਸੀਆਂ, ਖੂਬ ਝੂਟਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਪੀਂਘਾਂ, ਮੀਂਹਾਂ 'ਚ ਭਿੱਜਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ, ਹਵਾ 'ਚ ਉੱਡਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ, बदलों से नचदियां ने उदों। उदास हो के आखदी है मेरिया पींगा तो किसी ने सन तोड़ सुटियां। मेरिया पींगा तो सन किसी ने तोड़ सुटियां और रस्सियां मेरे पैरां नाल नूड़ दित्तियां ते गुड्डियां उस लीरो लीर कर वगा मारियां। पटोलियां दी जगह मेरे हाथ जिम्मेवारियां फड़ा मारियां। मैं तो उस वेले अपने तो निक्कियां दी मां भी बन गई सा। मैं तो उस वेले अपने तो निक्कियां दी मां भी बन गई सी। हौली जही पुछदी हां चल जोबन रुत तां माणी होवेगी ना। लुक लुक रोमांटिक नावल पढ़ती होवेगी, कविता लिखती होवेगी, उस नचा होवेगा, इश्क ने पैरी झांझर पाई होवेगी। ना ना सजनी वो भी एक इम्तिहान ही सी। ना सजनी वो भी एक इम्तिहान ही सी। एक रेगिस्तान चो खिली बेड़ी दूजे रेगिस्तान च टिके डोले खाती रही। जिंदगी क्यों ही हर मोड़ ते इम्तिहाना च पाउंदी रही। नहीं सजनी गुआच गया किते जोबन भी। नहीं सजनी गुआच गया किते जोबन भी। हर उम्र विलकदी वेखी, हर मोड़ ते खड़ी इकल्ली वेखी। मैं रेत ते डुलिया होया पानी भी नहीं सा। मैं रेत ते डुलिया होया पानी भी नहीं सा, परछावां भी नहीं सा। मैं रेत ते डुलिया होया पानी भी नहीं सा, परछावां भी नहीं सा। मेरी हर कहानी बेजुबान सी। हर वेले मेरे मुरे खड़ा एक तूफान सी। हर वेले मेरे मुरे खड़ा एक तूफान सी। वेड़े कोई किलकारी नहीं सी, तन मन नूं केड़ी आवाजारी नहीं सी। हर इम्तिहान विचों मैं आपा चीर के निकली हां। हर इम्तिहान विचों मैं आपा चीर के निकली हां ते हर उस दौर विचों गुजरी हां जिथे हर चौराहे ते एक दिओ खड़ा मैनूं निगल जाण लई खड़ा सी। इस बार कहा मैं जीउण जोगीए चल उठ। बार कहा मैं जीवन जोगी चल उठ। वक्त बदल गया है हुण तू मर जानी नहीं जीवन जोगी है। हुण तू मर जानी नहीं जीवन जोगी है। वेला ए उदासी दे जंगल चों बाहर निकल। वेला ए उदासी दे जंगल चों बाहर निकल। बिजली जही चौंक गई फिर तीजे नेत्र च हलचल हुई। वो नच रही सी, गा रही सी। हुण मैं बदल गई हाँ, सतवें आसमान ते खड़ी हाँ, जी उठी हाँ मैं भूत दी अगन चो बची हुई राख नहीं हाँ। मैं भूत दी अगन चो बची हुई राख नहीं हाँ। मैं नवी सवेर दा चढ़दा सूरज। मैं नवी सवेर दा चढ़दा सूरज हाँ। हुण मैं जी उठी हाँ, मेरे अंदर कोई कूक्या है, कोई मेरे अंबर ते चीक्या है। नहीं देने तू होर, नहीं देने तू होर इम्तिहान, क्यों देने बस तू इम्तिहान। बथेरे निकल गए तूफान, नहीं देने तू होर इम्तिहान। ना तू दासी ना तू अबला, ना तू दासी ना तू अबला। अंबर तेरा है, जमीन तेरी है, समा तेरा है, घर तेरा है, तू अपनी बन। ना तू दासी ना तू अबला, अंबर तेरा है, जमीन तेरी है, समा तेरा है, घर तेरा है, तू अपनी बन, तू अपनी बन। थैंक यू।
MWC ਸਾਡਾ ਮਾਇਕਾ ਲੱਗਦਾ, ਪਿਆਰ ਮਿਲਦਾ ਬਥੇਰਾ ਏ। MWC ਸਾਡਾ ਮਾਇਕਾ ਲੱਗਦਾ, ਪਿਆਰ ਮਿਲਦਾ ਬਥੇਰਾ ਏ। ਸਾਡੀ ਸਭ ਦੀ ਕਹਾਣੀ ਏ, ਸਾਡੀ ਸਭ ਦੀ ਕਹਾਣੀ ਏ, ਦਿਲ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਹੀਂ ਰੱਖਣੀ, ਅੱਜ ਸਭ ਨੂੰ ਸੁਣਾਣੀ ਏ। ਦਿਲ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਹੀਂ ਰੱਖਣੀ, ਅੱਜ ਸਭ ਨੂੰ ਸੁਣਾਣੀ ਏ। ਸੋਹਣੀ ਕੁੜੀ ਦੀ ਪਾਈ ਹੋਈ ਏ, ਸੋਹਣੀ ਕੁੜੀ ਦੀ ਪਾਈ ਹੋਈ ਏ, ਅੱਜ ਰੱਜ ਰੱਜ ਨੱਚਣਾ, IWD ਨੇ ਰੌਣਕ ਲਾਈ ਹੋਈ ਏ। ਅੱਜ ਰੱਜ ਰੱਜ ਨੱਚਣਾ, IWC ਨੇ ਰੌਣਕ ਲਾਈ ਹੋਈ ਏ। ਨੀ ਕੁੜੀਓ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੀ ਕਰਦੀਆਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੈ? ਤੁਸੀਂ ਚੁੰਨੀਆਂ ਸੁਕਾਉਂਦੀਆਂ, ਪਰਾਤਾਂ ਫੜ ਕੇ ਖੜੀਆਂ। ਆ ਦੇਖੋ ਤੇ ਸਹੀ, IWD ਨੇ ਕਿੰਨੀ ਸੋਹਣੀ ਰੌਣਕ ਲਾਈ ਹੈ। ਆ ਮਾਡਰਨ ਵੂਮਨ ਕੌਂਸਲ ਨੇ ਬਹਿ ਜਾ ਕਰਾਤੀ, ਤੇ ਕਿਉਂ ਨਾ ਅੱਜ ਅਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਰਲ ਕੇ ਗਿੱਧਾ ਪਾਈਏ।
ਆਉਂਦੀ ਕੁੜੀਏ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਕੁੜੀਏ, ਆਉਂਦੀ ਕੁੜੀਏ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਕੁੜੀਏ, ਚੱਕ ਲਿਆ ਬਾਜ਼ਾਰ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਦਾਣਾ, ਨੀ ਕਦੋਂ ਦੇ ਉਡੀਕਦੇ ਸਾਂ, ਅੱਜ ਚਿੜੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਚੰਬੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਾਣਾ, ਨੀ ਆਜੋ ਸਈਓ ਰਲ ਕੇ ਚੱਲੀਏ, ਉੱਥੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਅਸਾਂ ਗਿੱਧਾ ਖੂਬ ਰਚਾਉਣਾ, ਨੀ ਆਜੋ ਸਈਓ ਰਲ ਕੇ ਚੱਲੀਏ। ਬੱਲੇ ਬੱਲੇ ਵੇ ਕੁੜੀ ਮੈਂ ਬਰੰਡ ਸ਼ਹਿਰ, ਵੇ ਕੁੜੀ ਮੈਂ ਬਰੰਡ ਸ਼ਹਿਰ ਦੀ, ਬੱਲੇ ਬੱਲੇ ਵੇ ਕੁੜੀ ਮੈਂ ਬਰੰਡ ਸ਼ਹਿਰ ਦੀ, ਬੱਲੇ ਬੱਲੇ ਵੇ ਕੁੜੀ ਮੈਂ ਬਰੰਡ ਸ਼ਹਿਰ ਦੀ। ਉੱਠ ਸਵੇਰੇ ਕੰਮ ਤੇ ਜਾਵਾਂ, ਕਾਰ ਚਲਾ ਕੇ ਘਰ ਨੂੰ ਆਵਾਂ, ਘਰ ਸੰਭਾਲਾਂ ਨਾਲੇ ਕਰਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਕਮਾਈ, ਵੇ ਕੁੜੀ ਮੈਂ ਬਰੰਡ ਸ਼ਹਿਰ ਦੀ, ਨੀਆਂ ਚਿੜੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਚੱਪੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਈ, ਨੀ ਕੁੜੀ ਮੈਂ ਬਰੰਡ ਸ਼ਹਿਰ ਦੀ, ਨੀਆਂ ਚਿੜੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਚੱਪੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਈ, ਨੀ ਕੁੜੀ ਮੈਂ ਬਰੰਡ ਸ਼ਹਿਰ ਦੀ। ਸੋਹਣਾ ਦੇਸ਼ ਕਨੇਡਾ ਮੇਰਾ, ਤੇਰੇ ਸੋਲੇ ਕਾਵਾਂ, ਨੀਆਂ ਭੈਣਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਜ਼ਤ ਮਿਲਦੀ, ਨੀਆਂ ਭੈਣਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਜ਼ਤ ਮਿਲਦੀ, ਬਰਾਬਰ ਦਾ ਸਨਾਵਾਂ, ਹੋ ਮੈਂ ਵੀ ਰੱਜ ਕੇ ਮਿਹਨਤ ਕਰਦੀ, ਨੀ ਮੇਰੀ ਓ ਬਣੋ, ਮੈਂ ਵੀ ਰੱਜ ਕੇ ਮਿਹਨਤ ਕਰਦੀ, ਰੋਟੀ ਹੱਥ ਦੀ ਖਾਵਾਂ, ਨੀ ਚਾਹ ਮੇਰੇ ਸਭ ਕਰਦਾ ਪੂਰੇ, ਨੀ ਚਾਹ ਮੇਰੇ ਸਭ ਕਰਦਾ ਪੂਰੇ, ਇਹਦੇ ਸ਼ਗਨ ਮਨਾਵਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਨੇਡਾ ਦੇ, ਜੰਨਤ ਦਾ ਪਰਛਾਵਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਨੇਡਾ ਦੇ, ਜੰਨਤ ਦਾ ਪਰਛਾਵਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਨੇਡਾ ਦੇ, ਜੰਨਤ ਦਾ ਪਰਛਾਵਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਨੇਡਾ ਦੇ। ਸਈਓ ਕੁੜੀ ਮੈਂ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ, ਹੱਥ ਮੇਰੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮਸਤੀ ਚਾਟੀ, ਸਈਓ ਕੁੜੀ चुकड़ खोते टैकड़ खंबे दे माही वे मैनू सूट सवा दे माही वे मैनू सूट सवा दे मैं जाना जाना मैं चिड़िया दे चंबे ते मैं 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 जाना साथियों मेहनत करके चा बदला पाना नी ना किसे दी हैकड़ मननी ना किसे दी हैकड़ मननी ना एवे घबराना नी होरा नु भी सोबत देनी होरा नु भी सोबत देनी कदू नाल रोना विच कनेटा दे मान है जुना विच कनेटा दे मान है जुना विच कनेटा दे मान है जुना विच कनेटा दे आई लेट गाड़ी के कनेटा विच आई लेट गाड़ी के कनेटा विच आई काम करा नाले करा मैं पढ़ाई काम करा नाले करा मैं पढ़ाई मेहनत करके सेट हो जावांगी मैं डैडी जी का पार बढ़ावांगी मैं डैडी जी का पार बढ़ावांगी मैं डैडी का पार बढ़ावांगी मैं डैडी का साड़ी सा सोने कनेटा दिया कौन करूंगा ईसा सोने कनेटा दिया कौन करूंगा ईसा सोने कनेटा दिया कौन करूंगा ईसा सोने कनेटा दिया मैं कुड़ी से कनेटा मैं कुड़ियां सच्चा भी तो होगी मेरे अच्छे भी तो कुड़ियां मैं कुड़ी से मैं कुड़ियां सच्ची भी तो कुड़ियां काम ते मैं जानियां डॉलर कमानियां अच्छे भी तो कुड़ियां मैं कुड़ियां जिन्नते भी जानियां हल्दी फूल खानियां खुश खुश रहनियां अच्छे भी तो कुड़ियां मैं कुड़ियां पैसा तो ना कुड़ी से अच्छे मैं कुड़ियां सखारी तू होगी मेरे अच्छे भी तो कुड़ियां मैं कुड़ियां सच्ची नी तो कुड़ियां पार्टियां ते जानियां पलासो भी मैं पानियां अच्छे भी तो कुड़ियां इनके सिक्के लोनियां फुलकारियां मैं लंडियां पता तो ना कुड़ी से अच्छे भी मैं कुड़ियां सखारी तू होगी मेरे अच्छे भी तो कुड़ियां मैं कुड़ियां सच्ची नी तो कुड़ियां मान लो बच्चा कुड़ियों हंस हंस कर बसाओ कुड़ियों दुनिया दी रोटी पाओ कुड़ियों जान करना लाओ कुड़ियों नंबरानू छड्डो कुड़ियों दिलों नी होना कुड़ी दिलों नी होना कुड़ी कुड़ियों दिलों नी होना कुड़ी क्यों होया शराबी देखो नी जानार भी आया सी तेनू वाणी नाल पवाया सी तेरे पीर नू साल लगाया मेरी पीड़ी को लगे खराबी काला फड़ला जाबी हाय नी जट हो गया शराबी हाय नी जट हो गया शराबी टैक्सी कोई बुला ला रे किसी यार को फोन बुला ला रे जा बैठे मंजा डाला रे तेरी होनी सी गोर नवाबी जना होता शराबी हाय रे मेरी बढ़ती चाबी 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 पापी मैं कुड़ी लड़ती पापी मैं कुड़ी लड़ती नहीं किसे को काट पाई जी पीछे हट भाई जी पीछे हट भाई जी पीछे हट भाई जी पीछे हट ना बोले जी कुड़ी देखो सच सुना दिया ना बोले जी कुड़ी देखो सच सुना दिया सूट बूट मुड़ छड़ के साडी बेबे बेटा बोलिया सूट बूट मुड़ छड़ के साडी बेबे बेटा
Thank you.